Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his second season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the first round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man.
Throwing Jones. Finding Harris over the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Goff. The solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Goff on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it. So we've hit halftime here, and as we expected, looking at the clock, a very quick first half of play. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score. We'll be looking for something in that second half as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. So out now come the Lions. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Goff now to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Swift on the counter, and he's going to take this ahead for right around. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 2nd down, Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for Detroit, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.